everyone, it's Kylie Bowen from Western Legacy Horsemanship, and on today's video I'm going to be talking to you guys about cinching up your horse. You know, how to keep them from getting super cinchy and how to maximize comfort and riding for you and your horse during your entire riding session. So this is Rhea. She's a 5-year-old quarter horse. But first thing I want to tell you is that a lot of people, when they go to cinch up their horses, they cinch them up right away, right as you get on. Okay? So here, she's already cinched up. But my first initial cinching with the horse, I don't do it very, very tight. So if I'm going to simulate it, I'll undo this here. If I haven't cinched her up yet for the day, I'm going to cinch it up real, real loose. You know, snug enough that it's not going to come off. You know, if I decide to do a little bit of groundwork, but not so tight that it's like giving her a wedgie in the morning. Nobody likes wedgies. And horses feel the same exact way. So, as long as I can fit, you know, a bunch of fingers in there. And I'll just loop it right there. And I'll be ready to go do some groundwork, move her around before I get on, etc. Okay? So after I go move her around for a couple of minutes, then I'll come back and I'll cinch it up another hole or something like that. You know, horses are notorious for, you know, holding their breath and breathing out until you get on and then your cinch is too loose. But what this also does is keep them from getting annoyed and cinchy. When you cinch a horse up immediately, they'll know that it's coming and they'll start getting really mad. That's when they'll want to bite you and strike you, and they won't even have a pleasant time while you're even riding them because they don't want that cinch up there. But you can keep them from getting cinchy by breaking it down into a 2 to 3 step process when you go to cinch them up. So when I'm done doing groundwork and I think I'm ready to get on, that's when I'll do them up real, real tight. So that's not going to come off, and when I get on, saddle's not going to move very much. But by breaking it down, it's going to help that horse immensely. And if you have a horse that's already really cinchy, a couple of things you can do to help that horse. Let me undo this here. Is if I had a cinchy horse right now, and Rhea was super cinchy, wanted to bite me and move around, she's not going to move, but I'll give you an example. I'm always going to hold him right here, and if she goes in for trouble, I'm always going to bend her nose towards me, okay? But what I can do is I'll loop it through the cinch here, and I'll just start pumping it up and down. And if you have a horse that's super cinchy and is going to bite you, you know, keep your hand up and hold your rope and tip their nose in case they start moving. But what you're going to do is you're going to sit here, bump, 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 and eventually hold. Bump, 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 hold. And you're going to bump it and hold it until they stop and show you a sign of relaxation. You know, she's not trying to bite me, she's just looking at me, she's real curious. So I'd sit here and bump, pull, and if she was moving around getting real mad, I'd just sit here and hold it until she stood still and relaxed. What is relaxing? Relaxing can mean a bunch of different things, about 5 different signs. So relaxing can be cocking her hind leg, as she's doing right there, very calm. Could be licking their lips, blinking their eyes, lowering their head, or having real deep, heavy breaths. Okay, only one sign of relaxing is what we need. But obviously she's not a cinchy horse, but as your horse gets even better, you can loop it around another time. And loop it around another time and just start kind of seesawing it like this so you can hold the grip a lot more as if the saddle is actually going to be on. Now in some cases that are very, very severe with cinchy horses, they'll get mad with you even going down and reaching for the saddle, or the cinch. I'm going to do up my latigo and give you an example. For safety purposes. Now if you have a horse that gets really angry when you go reach for the cinch, what you can do, and I'll come around on this side here to show you, is I'll come here, still have my hand up and holding onto the rope in case they start moving. And I will get them desensitized to rubbing down here. And if they start getting mad at me just doing this, then this is all I'm gonna do for now. So I'm gonna sit right here. But typically I won't put a saddle on them if they're already super sensitive around this area. Just in case that saddle falls off, you don't want to break your nice saddle. But I'll spend a couple minutes here rubbing her under her belly, and she gives that sign of relaxation. Then I'm gonna go back and rub her. It's key to only release the pressure when they're doing the right thing. So I'll come here, rub her, then I can practice reaching for it. And I can even just kind of mess with it like this without having to get the latigo involved. Okay? You know, it gets them desensitized and it gets them used to thinking every time you pull that cinch up, it's not going to go on super, super tight. But she's ready to be cinched up now and go to work. So I'll come here, grab the cinch, put my latigo through the cinch. There's some noises around here. It's a working facility. It's your normal day in the life of Western Legacy horsemanship. This latigo is pretty long in particular, which I often like just because I have a lot of room to work with. It needs a couple more holes, but the longer latigo you have, the better chance you'll have of your saddle staying on and having a secure ride. I'll go ahead and cinch her up kind of snug. Go do some groundwork and we'll be ready to cinch it up for real. So, thanks for watching this video. I hope that you return to Western Legacy horsemanship many times. Subscribe, comment, questions, whatever you want, and hope to see you next time. Bye!